During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover.
No, easy, hold on.
As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them. As America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how.
What the fuck?
By refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
Buzzer, what is up with Tarantino, man?
What?
What happened to him?
People say I got a real twisted sense of humor.
He looks like he should be on the back of a $10 bill.
Oh my God.
Royce Lopez.
I don't know what it is about him.
Hola, me llamo Royce.
Maybe I'm sick of hearing about him.
Yeah, I don't like hot ham.
Maybe it's his face. He's a punchable face.
You wouldn't download a pig, would you?
He's done nothing to me. He's probably a nice guy.
I don't care.
I don't know what it is about the guy.
Big Cranberry has been lying to you.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast.
He looks like he should be flying a kite with a fucking key on it. Brendan says he hasn't been able to use the N-word for a while. That's the source of his youth.
Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce.
Howdy, y'all. Come aboard. It's Tuesday. It's Revenge of the Sis. It's Sha boys. Hi, everybody. It's 98 degrees outside.
Nick Lachey's here?
I wish.
Yeah,
it's the other guy.
Me too. Any one of the other guys. So I'm doing a countdown trying to see how many days since it's been since Rumble's had us on the front page. So any of the Rumble listeners, I got to ask you, because I try to look every day. Can you remember have we been on the front page at all for you guys?
Can somebody make a stinger for us that's like front page watch?
Yeah, we're wondering.
Also, I'm looking very pale today, huh?
Nothing's changed in here.
I'm just looking at the show, and I'm like, oof, I'm like white.
I might be able to
look like fucking Joshua Graham over here.
Maybe you're going to die soon.
God willing, Virgie.
It's like
God
you're
keeps
Irish.
dick teasing me.
I'll try something here.
That's the thing. God's all foreplay, and he doesn't want to go through with it.
How's that, guys? You're looking at. Is that better?
Sure. I'm on a delay, so we'll find out. I don't know.
I was asking Virgie and Pessy because he could see it.
Yeah, it looks fine.
There you go. You should be better.
I look like fucking Biden's prostate.
All right.
Did you hear about Scott Adams?
Yeah, he also has cancer.
Yeah, dude. And then a bunch of you fucking retards on the right decided now's a really tasteful time to repost his old I was wrong about the facts video.
Yeah.
Because you're all fucking vultures and goblins.
Well, there's some good news.
Police have made more arrests in last year's shooting at a Juneteenth celebration. This happened.
Whoa. That's not the good news. Hold on, Mersh. I'm sorry.
Hey.
This is not a joke. Read the title of this video.
Or more. Oh, no. Trump. What?
Okay, hold on. You're witnessing that. Look, this is not me.
What the heck?
I set the stinger up with there's good news. The title of this video is actually not that a bunch of people were shot at a Juneteenth.
No, to be fair, it's still good news because they arrested the suspects. Technically, it's good news. We don't want shooting suspects running around all willy-nilly.
The title of the video is from a different shooting. Trump administration to pay the family of Ashley Babbitt $5 million.
Same difference.
Police have made more arrests in last year's shooting at a Juneteenth celebration. This happened right outside Austin. 2 women were killed and 14 others were injured. According to police, all 4 suspects were arrested by the U.S. Marshals Lone Star Fugitive Task Force yesterday. 3 other suspects were.
Man, these white supremacists shot up a Juneteenth thing. That's gross.
Yeah. Can you do me a favor? Can you just do a news story every time someone's not shot at a Juneteenth celebration?
Arrested last year, and one of them is a juvenile, so officials are not releasing that.
Oh, vacant.
Vacant. Up to no good.
Completed an.
By the way, can I point something out? You're gonna love
Is
this.
that the rapper Juvenile? Because it
Hold
just
on.
says Juvenile underneath.
You're gonna love this. So look at all the other suspects and look at their hair, and then for the juvenile, who I'm assuming obviously, look at his hair.
That I don't.
It's a white kid's hair and a white kid's.
Well, maybe it's a white kid.
Then he's got to be the most fucking badass white kid.
TSB completed an.
That's like that in the show The Wire when at one point they still haven't figured out who Avon Barksdale is, and fucking the black lesbian chick's just like, think about it. What if he is a white guy? And they all just start laughing hysterically.
Of the Brooklyn Bridge in the wake of Saturday night's accident in which a Mexican ship crashed into the New York City landmark. According
Hey,
to
by the way, Mexican Navy, why are you still using galleons in 2025? You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like maybe we need an update. Because they were like, it's a Mexican Navy ship. And then I looked at it, I'm like, that ship is from 1742.
It has a sail.
Yeah, well, Armada doesn't hit as hard without fucking sails flowing, dog. What do you want from them?
I guess.
Armada was the sequel to Despacito.
Did you see the video of this? It literally, there's 2 guys right at the top of the sails.
Oh, I saw the video.
And it literally just comes in and goes, bonk. You're like, what the fuck, man?
But, I mean, I was looking at that video and I was like, how do you not have some sort... Because it wasn't like it just didn't make it.
I can answer
There was like feet and... Well, I'm sorry,
I can
meters
answer your question. They were very sleepy.
I was
They were so sleepy.
the collision.
Yeah, there was
caused
something
no
Armada with them.
Actual damage to the load-bearing elements of the bridge. The NTSB continues to investigate the cause of that crash. The Justice Department has settled a lawsuit with the family of Ashley Babbitt.
Hell yeah.
Babbitt was shot and killed at the U.S. Capitol.
Wait a
as she
minute,
tried
wait
to
a minute,
climb-
wait a minute, wait a minute. I was told credibly that she was killed in an insurrection attempt and that she fucked around and found out. That's what I was told.
Yeah. Now, you know what's really funny about this? This is a wild situation. So you have when she filed this lawsuit, it was a completely different administration. When his family filed this lawsuit,
That's
it was
right.
when Biden was still in office and Kamala was running, and that lawsuit, this wrongful death lawsuit, was going on for years, like before we even knew Trump was going to win or whatever. So they were, remember, we were seeing on this, they were heroes. The guy that shot her was a hero. Remember that whole thing?
The leaving the gun in the bathroom guy?
And now there's a new administration, and they're like, oh, well, this lawsuit's already here. Let's go ahead and settle that one.
And it makes us look great.
It does. Let's go ahead and settle that one.
Into the House Speaker's lobby on January 6th. Her family filed a wrongful death lawsuit. A judge is ordering the Trump administration to pay Babbitt's family $5 million.
Okay.
The outgoing U.S. Capitol Police Chief tells CBS News he is extremely disappointed in the decision. And in
Oh, you're extremely disappointed? Oh, too bad. Didn't that same cop leave a fucking gun in the bathroom? Go fuck yourself. RFK Jr. was being grilled.
Did you see the clip of him when the Ben and Jerry's guy was yelling? And like, did you see this motherfucker just jump up? Like,
Yeah.
oh God, this is how it ends. There was that disturbance behind RFK. Watch him, dude. He was like, ah! Like
He's a Kennedy. Do you blame him?
I have never seen anyone that flinchy. And then I was like you said, I went, oh yeah, he is a Kennedy though.
Yeah, I would be flinchy too, all the time.
I'm the Kennedy that's taking on the big pharmaceutical companies. Oh, that's okay.
I hate balloons so much.
Senator, I want to point out
You're
I love his RFK.
that in 2021, at the beginning of his administration, President Biden submitted his budget on May. You know what? You made an accusation of me, and I'm going to answer it.
Okay, I appreciate
On May
that.
28th, he submitted his budget. So our budget. We're a new administration.
Okay, you can.
And I also want to point out.
I have just 2 minutes left. I want to.
Look at this haircut.
She's cool.
She should be making super suits for heroes in The Incredibles.
Yes.
Asked you a specific.
I want to point out something, Senator. You presided here, I think, for 32 years. You presided over the destruction of the health of the American people.
Ouch. Oh. You're just going for it, huh?
What are they going to do? Kill him?
Frankly, I think you're a bitch.
Our people are now the
Mr.
sickest people in the
Secretary,
world.
Seriously.
Nothing bad ever happens to a Kennedy.
You have
Mr.
not done your
Secretary,
job.
Seriously.
Yeah, seriously. You people fucking suck. Hold on, yeah.
She's actually doing right now
Yeah.
what a woman does when she's caught cheating.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I saw you at the gym with that guy. Oh, wow. Like, seriously? Like, that's what they say when they're trying to process the next line. Oh, wow. Like, really? Yeah, really.
That is an.
What have you
amazing
done about it? What have you done about the
Secretary,
epidemic
I am here.
I'm questioning you now.
chronic disease?
Mr. Secretary.
Guess what? I'm a senator now.
The epidemic of chronic disease.
Hey, Pessy, I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna set you up. I'm gonna send you one. Can you read this for me in RFK's voice?
Okay.
See if you can do it in the way I think. Okay. All right. From that movie, okay? Can you see it? I sent it you on Discord.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
So say everything.
Just the first part.
Okay.
Okay. So, Mr. Kennedy, what makes you any different from me?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
I like it.
Dark Knight Kennedy, can someone please do it? Because that's the voice. They figured out the voice. RFK is like if Christian Bale's Batman voice lost his breath.
Got shot in the throat.
Yeah, like he lost his breath.
Seriously, Madam
Secretary,
Chairman.
I would ask it to hold back and let the senator ask the question.
Why? Look at that haircut. No one respects her. Definitely not her family or barber.
Or anyone that sees her on a daily basis.
Who? No, this woman. Okay. You know how we say there's people that don't have...
Looking good, Janet. All right, I guess. You know, you're just fucking with her. Looking
Whoa,
good.
Janet, looking hot, huh? Look at this sexy mama.
That's definitely a Janet haircut, too.
Janet Murray.
Yeah.
But this is a prime example of a woman who has no friends, right?
Yeah, of course.
Take the stupid politics out. Who gives a shit? No one in her life goes, Janet, you can't have that haircut.
What are you doing? You're a mess.
You can't have that haircut. What are you doing, ma'am?
You're a mess.
I can't believe I'm making this reference twice in a month, but Dr. Zayas again.
That's Dr. Zayas' haircut. That is a Dr. Zayas. Can I play the piano anymore? So a little back to back here, and I thought this was really, really fun. Dan Bongino before and Dan Bongino now. Do you want to see the difference? 2023, Dan Bongino.
Listen, that Jeffrey Epstein story is a big deal. Please do not let that story go. Keep your eye on this.
Hey, you know what, Dan? We're on it.
You know what I'm doing?
Anyone who ends up in office,
anyone,
we are going to hold them to fucking account.
I don't care who they are.
Nope. I am only going based on the fact that I am completely listening to you right now. I am hearing what you're commanding, and I'm doing exactly what you want me to do, Dan Bongino.
Do you know what's the best part? There's two Dan Bonginos. On the left, on Twitter, you have @DBongino. On the right, you have @FBI DBongino. They're different people because he has two Twitters, right?
It's almost like
they're two different people.
It's almost like FBI Bongino is a parody account.
Oh my God, maybe we have like a Severance situation. There's two different Dan Bonginos. Every time he walks every time he walks into the fucking FBI office,
So-
they wipe his brain.
I enjoyed the shot. Does the shot have a chaser?
Well, hold on, let's go here.
Listen, that Jeffrey Epstein story is a big deal. Please do not let that story go. Keep your eye on this.
Okay.
Catherine Rumler, I want you. We need to keep the heat on this case, folks. There are a lot of people who are knee deep in the Washington swamp who are not telling you the truth about serious.
Are you getting hype right now, dude?
Allegations out there that
wait,
Epstein may have had video and audio of people out there doing things they shouldn't have been doing. And you should be asking yourself the question, how is it that all these people, the CIA...
Merch, our chat does have credible theories of what's going on with Dan Bongino. So I'm going to go through a few of them. They're saying he was replaced by a synth from the Institute. Is it possible?
It could happen.
That we have some sort of synth issue going on with Dan Bongino.
A director, the Obama fixer, Bill Clinton, all intersected past with Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein isn't with us anymore, and nobody seems to want to talk about it.
I want to talk about it.
I'd love to
Actually,
talk
that's
about
all I
it.
want to talk about.
All I want to talk about.
Outside of a few entrepreneurial media outlets saying, hey, this is a big deal.
Okay, so here's my theory. I'm going to go with the get out theory, and the strong, spirited Dan Bongino is gone, and now inhabiting his body is an 86-year-old plantation owner.
Neocon, some sort of neocon. Yeah, took over his body. Yeah.
Outside of a few entrepreneurial media outlets saying, hey, this is a big deal.
He killed himself.
Tired of winning yet, MAGA?
That hurts. That really hurts. That's a tough one.
Fight.
A black and a white. Is that what we're doing?
Oh, this is hilarious. I've never felt better about not voting for Trump than I did this time. This felt good.
Okay.
It felt good to sit this one out.
Check this out. Check this out.
The trust issue with
There
the
has
voters.
always been a mass trust issue because politicians, media, nobody does what they're supposed to do. Now,
Not us at The View.
No, we are on point. By the way, legal notice.
Legal notice.
We at The View also do not do what we're supposed to do.
We don't want to get sued for lying.
I say, for me, listen, he's 83, so he's a little stumbly, he's a little rumbly. I can't point to anything that he's done as that he did.
No,
as
that he's been running for his next 4 years.
But I'm saying, I want, not you, but I want somebody to tell me, well, when did you know it was bad?
We all knew. We were all saying it. Everybody was saying it. Everybody was saying it. Literally everybody.
I know when I know.
When'd you know?
The 2020 debates?
Yeah.
I was like, this man is not well.
If you knew, why did you wait?
Yeah.
So
Can I just get
Dude, oh my God. Hey Virgie, can you do me a favor? There's Tucker had somebody on yesterday, I forget who, but he even brought up the Dan Bongino thing, and he's something to the effect of like, Dan Bongino's my friend, but he goes, yeah, okay, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. Like, just completely, like, it's sad. He goes, I don't know, man, nobody's buying it.
answered that,
Can
though.
I get in
he
for a
said that
second?
it was after he moderated the debate.
Yes, but that's not, I'm sorry, baby. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you're telling me that hundreds of people knew that he was.
Everybody who had a grandfather, who's had a grandfather knew.
Not able to do his job, then where the hell was everybody?
Sitting at the desk at The View, lying to everybody and covering up for him. The amazing level of we're gonna play stupid now is crazy. Did you see Jake Tapper went on Megyn Kelly to promote his book, his the presidential cover-up book? As you know, I have a long blood feud with Megyn Kelly because she steals things from me.
You steal things from her. So
That's not how it went, though. Anyway, here they're there. She
Hey Royce, real quick. I sent you the episode on Tucker, and he actually, props to him, he timestamps his own
got it.
show. So it's there, 302
Thank you,
Cash
thank you.
Patel.
Knowing what I know now, obviously, I feel tremendous humility about my coverage.
Tapper feels
that
humility.
Laura Trump interview, for example.
No,
It's-
Jake. It's humiliation is the word you were thinking of.
It's the other H word.
Mm-hmm.
Etc.
We'll get to
She
that.
saw something that I did not see at the time.
What was that?
100%. And I own that. I did.
But no. You should know. It's not like you were like agree to disagree. You mocked her and accused her of making fun of people with a stutter.
Ask Joe Biden to be transparent about his health records in an interview in 2020.
Well, if you asked him to be transparent about his health records, and there you go. That's the most you could do as a journalist.
I did ask him about the fact that voters
But then he wasn't.
thought that he was not transparent at all. No.
He promised you that
no.
he would be transparent about his health records, and then he wasn't. And when you sat with him again,
at all.
including 1 month after the Jackie Walorski thing, you didn't ask him about it. You didn't follow up on the fact that he was falling up the stairs, that he was losing his train of thought regularly, that he was slurring, that he was incomprehensible, that he was getting lost on the White House lawn. You sat right across from him and you asked none of that, notwithstanding the fact that he had promised you he would be fully transparent about his health issues.
No, he meant his skin would start looking. You know when people get
Like
old,
it starts
the
to
skin
look
looks
like wax
translucent?
paper that had like a greasy cookie on it
Exactly.
for a while.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, it gets
But I-
thin like a Vietnamese spring roll.
Yeah.
Did ask him about his age and the fact that the American people had concluded that even though he said whenever anybody brought up the subject of his age, watch me. And I said,
yes,
they're watching you and they are concerned that
You
you
did.
were too old for this
But
job.
you know as well as I do that there's a way of, you can say, hey, there's this poll on your age, or you could say, you just forgot that Jackie Walorski was dead. You asked where she was moments after watching a videotape tribute
Remember that?
to her. You lowered the
Is she on the Zoom on the Skype? Is she Skyping in? Is that her?
Where's that dumb bitch?
flags
She's standing
at the
right there. It's also really cold.
White House after she died. This happened 13 days before you sat with him. There is a way of pressing a man like that on the actual infirmities.
What if he goes, no, of course not. His fucking mind was gone. Oh, fuck. I just said the part out loud. God damn it. All right, look, of course we knew. All right, listen, Megan. Listen, you dumb bitch. Of course we knew the whole time, all right?
To bring it home to him and to the audience, and you didn't do it.
Yeah, because we need Trump.
That's correct. I didn't. And like I said, I feel humility about my coverage.
He feels humility.
I mean, it's not like I was asking him his favorite movie or his favorite color. We were
Because he wouldn't know that. And by the way, the answer to both is the color purple.
talking about Putin. We were talking about other issues of national importance. But yeah, I mean, of course, I've said I look back at my coverage with humility, and I wish I did cover the issues of age and acuity, but I wish I had covered them much more. And I wish, I mean, of course, it's May 2025. Do I wish that in that 10, 15-minute interview I had with Biden in October 2022, that this had been the only subject? Because I had then
Well, it wasn't
what I know
just
now.
that,
He's just. This is what
Obviously.
happens when you know you're wrong. You're like, just gonna. I'm gonna. He's fucking filibustering right now. I'm gonna keep throwing words out here, man, until you get tired.
I got to give Megan credit because I honestly thought she was going to like pull off the accelerator. She did this instead.
You referred, here it is. This happened in 2020.
Joe Biden, as we all know, has worked to overcome a stutter. How do you think it makes little kids with stutters feel when they see you make a comment like that?
First and foremost, I had no idea that Joe Biden ever suffered from a stutter. I think what we see on stage with Joe Biden, Jake, is very clearly a cognitive decline.
Okay.
That's what I'm referring to. It makes me
Look at him shut it down immediately. Shuts it down
About
immediately.
that, right.
uncomfortable
You are
to
no
watch somebody on
you have,
stage
I can't,
search for
this is so
questions.
amazing.
You're trying to tell me that what I was suggesting was
I
a
think that you
stuttering.
were mocking his
I had no
stutter.
idea, Joe
Yeah,
Biden.
I think you were mocking his stutter, and I think you have absolutely no
Jake.
standing to diagnose somebody's cognitive decline.
And it's very
By the way, his whole book is him diagnosing Biden's cognitive decline.
Yeah,
That's
you
his
have no
entire
place
book.
for that.
very
Tapper.
concerning to a
Dr. Tapper, clearly.
lot of people that this could be the leader of the free world.
Okay.
That is all I'm saying. I genuinely
Thank you,
feel
Laura
sorry
Trump.
for Joe Biden.
I appreciate it. I'm sure it was from a place of concern. We all believe that. Laura Trump.
What a fucking smug asshole.
Oh, but look how much worse he looks just a few years. He looks bad.
Yeah.
Do you want to apologize to Laura Trump now?
I actually already did.
I've already apologized to her. I called her months ago.
And what did she say?
So just to be clear, you embarrass her publicly and then apologize to her privately? That's like when the news runs something front page and the redaction's on page 45B.
Of course, yeah.
Next to like a Honda full page
Yeah, we're
ad.
sorry the mayor is not a pedophile rapist. We
Yeah, whatever,
apologize,
yeah,
whatever.
so
It's- And
whatever.
also, the Nissan Toyota-thon weekend.
They did the redaction's a sponsored ad, I think. They're really hurting at the newspaper.
Legal notice is brought to you by Toyota.
The View should start sponsoring their legal
That'd be
notices.
awesome.
Because they get so many.
That's what gets the most views from their show.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to disclose the contents of a private conversation, but I thought the conversation went well. And she has said this publicly, so I feel fine sharing it. She said that she would never mock anybody's stutter. But I mean, after
I would, however, let me be very clear. If you stutter, I'm going to really, really focus in on that and make fun of it. Okay? I just want to be clear. I am not Laura Trump.
after we did the research for this book, and I realized how bad his acuity issues were.
Once I realized that I could monetize this by playing both sides like Mac and Always Sunny.
Then I always come out on top.
Yeah, I always come out on top.
Hey,
Megan, I was going to say maybe stop losing weight, but maybe gain like 10 pounds.
Yeah, it's bad.
Can you gain like 10 pounds?
You're getting bad.
Oof.
I mean,
I'd like a little ass to slap.
Jesus
at some
Christ,
point,
come on,
you
give me
know?
something, dude.
I called Laura Trump and I said, you were right.
She was totally right. That's the thing, because when I watched that clip, and I'm giving voice to what a lot of people watching the show are feeling, Jake, I feel angry because
it's serious. I don't know how many people.
She was right. And not only did you not allow her to make her comments, but you seemed to try to humiliate her. You had a hostility toward the position, but she was totally right. And then you lectured her on how she was in no position to diagnose cognitive decline, which you guys do at length, including on page 4 of your book.
Page 4, the first title is just like, diagnosing Biden's cognitive decline.
Describe at length his cognitive decline, which is all she tried to do with you. But you had such a visceral reaction to her. And my feeling is that's because you didn't want to hear it.
No, if we can.
You didn't want to hear it.
I'm happy to talk about this. I didn't come here thinking that you weren't going to ask me about this.
No, I came here to talk in a low voice and undercut what I said.
Yeah, see, when I do this, it seems like I'm calm and that I'm not super seething. You know what I mean?
But I'm not going to lie to you. Right now, my hand is bleeding because my nails are ripping into it.
I'm shaking.
Yeah, because I would never let a woman talk to me like that at CNN. That's for sure.
I'm happy to talk to you about it.
No, I know.
The first time I saw the coverage of
Jake Tapper's Inside Monologue brought to you by Nissan Pathfinder. Start monetizing Inside Monologue.
Got to make that money.
Yeah.
Look, I
Or
was wrong
Trump's.
about Biden. By the way, it is this weekend. Get
Comment.
that Kia. Low APR.
which were interpreted
Imagine just sponsoring people when they go on interviews.
as her mocking Joe Biden's stutter, was in January 2020. I read it in conservative media. I read it in the Daily Mail. And that's where I saw that her comments were being interpreted that way. After
Jake Tapper embarrassing himself on air is brought to you by Chili's. 2-for-1 boneless wing Wednesdays coming back to Chili's.
2 for 1? What?
Let's go.
Let's get out of here.
Those comments were publicized. It got a lot of
Well, it's CNN's on the TV, so we're already at the airport. Let's just go to the Chili's here, the Chili's to go.
coverage. And Sully Sullenberger wrote an op-ed in the New York Times.
Really? The fucking goose
Yeah,
guy?
yeah, he's qualified. Because of stutters?
Criticizing
Guy landed
her,
a plane?
about this. So that's the context for that.
You know what good pilots do? Don't crash into geese.
Mm-hmm. And don't kill them.
Fucking bird
That
murderer.
that was one of the funniest fucking bits Jim Norton ever did on O&A. When he called Sully a geese murdering asshole.
Yeah.
He totally flipped the script and talked about what a horrible man he was for murdering all those geese.
Following up on a story that had been out there months before. This is also in the context of October 2020, a very intense time. People on the Biden side are saying crazy things about Trump. People on the Trump side are saying crazy things about Biden, including Don Jr. suggesting that Joe Biden is a pedophile.
We probably is.
I mean, to be fair, these kids were the ones that really.
Honestly, actually, Biden would be the one that would suggest that he was a pedophile.
And good old Hunter, because remember he was Pedo Pete in his phone.
Pedo Pete.
So that is the larger context. But as I said, her comments have aged well. My comments have aged poorly. I own that.
Because you're selling a book.
About how
But
you
I
were wrong. Well, no, about how everyone else was wrong.
How come nobody told us?
Significant is, in addition to me owning that, the reporting that Alex and I have done, which is beyond just, and then when I say just, I don't mean to diminish it, but the comments of Joe Biden making gaffes, saying things stupid, tripping, are all important and all deserved to be aired and all deserve scrutiny.
But you didn't do any of those things. We covered this shit, dude.
But as you know, Megan, because even though you look 30 years younger than me, we're roughly...
Don't. That's not going to work.
And by the way, no, she doesn't.
Joe Biden has been saying stupid things for decades.
Also, no, she doesn't. She looks great, but calm down.
Okay.
I get
and
what you're
he has
saying, but this minimizes it too, because it was
No,
more
I'm not
than saying
minimizing it at all.
stupid things. But I'm telling you, like over here in my ecosphere, we were covering all of these. It wasn't just falling down; it was getting lost. It was some of the stuff you report in your book. We knew, and we were reporting on, like the multi-jump cuts in the videos of him.
Oh, he did talk about the jump cuts that we called out and we brought up. They called us crazy.
Or it was obvious he couldn't get through a 1-minute take, so they had to use those. It was clear to us that he was using teleprompter, and there was some reporting on that at the time, all of which the White House was denying. Now, with the current White House, I have some connections. With the Joe Biden White House, I had none, but you did. You did. And so while... You've been in Washington 30 years, Jake. You guys, you and CNN have White House connections, but...
Okay, look, she's 100% right. He's like, what do you mean? Shut the fuck up, Jake
You mean
Tapper.
us at this little mom and pop CNN place?
Yeah, what are you talking about? We just make fresh donuts here every morning. We don't even know what we do here.
There was no effort, none, to get to the bottom of this. And now for you guys to write this book like there was a cover-up, it's like there was a cover-up and there was an attempted cover-up.
You were a part. The part of this, he's a part of the cover-up. That's the craziest part. That's like fucking Goebbels just surviving the war and then writing a book called Nazis. Am I right? Like just like this.
These fucking guys. They were on the eugenics and shit. It was real sick
It was
stuff.
gross. It was, Goebbels was.
Rudolph Hess standing in front of Congress, like, look, they were into some real sick shit, and you're like, excuse me.
Yeah, exactly.
Excuse me.
You don't get to do that. You don't get to be the guy.
Fucking what's his face shows up. Goddamn. Who's the doc? Mengele. Mengele's in front of fucking the Senate going, I'm just a doctor.
Yeah, seriously.
These fucking guys.
Hippocratic Oath. Have you heard of it? Shut the fuck up, Jake. The fuck up, dude.
It could only ever work if you allowed it.
Yeah. And he did. And he liked it. Because he hated Trump. All right.
Fucking they get like they get Goering to turncoat, and he joins the U.S. as a fucking colonel, and he's just like, yeah, I hated my time in Germany. Those were some sick fucks. I like to think it was more than 6 million.
So this is a story that like not too many. I haven't seen too many of the people cover it, but so they had a bunch of different CEOs and presidents of insurance companies come and testify because after that hurricane, how they just like not doing anything and they're fucking people and all that stuff. Okay. Check this out.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vitale. Thanks to all of the witnesses. We'll now have some rounds of questioning. I will start, and let me start with you, Ms. Miguel.
This shit's crazy, and I want to play this because if you've ever had to deal with insurance, you've dealt with this, what you're about to hear.
It's September 27th, 2024. Hurricane Helene hits Georgia, hits your home, causing very significant damage. I think we've got a picture of some of the damage here. Let's have a look. Does this look pretty familiar to you?
It does.
It looks pretty severe. I mean, that's a massive tree right there in the front part of your home, and you're an Allstate policyholder. Is that?
Oh, Jesus Christ! That home's fogged.
Correct.
Correct.
And Allstate sends out an adjuster. You said pretty quickly, just a moment ago. Is that
About
correct?
3 weeks after. To
Oh
do
well,
the
that's not very
diligence.
quick. Okay, 3 weeks after. All right, and that you were told at the time in this first inspection verbally that the adjuster agreed with you. This was very severe damage. Is that fair to say?
Correct.
I think we maybe have a second picture. Let's look at another view of this just to get a real impression. Here's a breezeway that looks to be nearly completely destroyed. You can see some
fine.
of
That'll
that
buff
roof damage.
out.
Wow, that's pretty
Nah,
fucking
you
bad.
put a new coat of paint on it.
What was that number again?
$46,000.
40.
Let's go a little crazier. 2 adjusters went out before, and we're gonna go, and they're about to talk to them, and they were gonna go. Like $400,000. Their whole house is destroyed. Every time they said that, Allstate kept firing the adjuster and bringing a new adjuster in until
Nice.
it was kinder to their price.
Nice.
$6,000.
Hey, if you want to hire me, I'll work. I mean, you got to pay me pretty good, but insurance company, if you want to call me, I'll work for you guys. I'll go down there and be like, for instance, I'll get creative, right? If somebody's entire house washes away, right, in a hurricane, then I'll take a picture of the concrete slab, and then I'll return paperwork that says, hey, there's no proof there was ever a house here.
Yeah.
There's no. How can I assess damage on a house that doesn't
There was no
exist?
house here.
$0.
Bye. You owe me gas money.
Can you imagine that? I come up with ways to save like $4 million on one house, and they're like, "Bro, you're a hero at Allstate. You're a legend. They talk about you in corporate. Like, they're like, you're the guy that said because there was no house there was nothing to assess. Bro, that was a brilliant move, dude. They want to call you up to corporate.
You're VP now, dude. Congrats. Like, honestly, dude, congrats.
Bunch of people in Florida are homeless, but you, sir, are getting a corner office.
Well, wait till you So this is one of the adjusters, one of them that, well, you'll see.
Yeah, that's correct. And you were the first one to inspect Miss Miguel's home after the hurricane. Is that right?
Yeah.
And you went in person, I think. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you spent several hours, Ms.
It's coming out. All right, we're back. We're back. Dude, guys, we're back. The big insurance didn't want us to fucking take him down, dude. They're fucking taking us down, dude.
Casey looks at me, goes, George Wendt died, and then your internet froze.
No.
That was what I went through.
Oh, no.
You start, if I understand correctly, you start to prepare an estimate.
Is Cliff still alive? Is John Ratzinger still alive?
Yes, I
estimate
think so.
For a full replacement of this breezeway right here. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's correct.
But then you were instructed, you were told by the higher ups, no. We're not going to do a full replacement of the breezeway. So only do an assessment for a partial replacement of the breezeway. Is that correct?
Yes, that's
okay. So then you start working on that, and you're working to get as big of a damage claim as you can for Ms. Miguel in line with the facts after you've already been told, no, we're not going to do the full thing. And then before you can even complete your work, you're taken off the case. Is that right?
Yes.
Why do you think that happened?
I was told it was due to time I was taking too long, but I don't.
Keep in mind, they told them he was taking too long. Do you know how long it took them to send somebody to her house after the hurricane? 3 weeks. It took them 3 weeks. And then they told him, speed it up, pal.
Believe that is the case. I think that Allstate saw from this and my recently prior estimates of being very thorough and complete and going
Which means you were being honest, and you know what the problem was? You weren't playing ball with them.
back and forth with reviewers on coverage, that it was going to be a higher estimate and it would be more cost effective to reassign it to an adjuster that would listen better.
Yeah, an adjuster who would lowball the policyholder. Really, I mean that's what we're talking about.
So then they bring another dude on real quick, and this is all leading to something. So they bring this other adjuster on, who, by the way, feels like he's been doing it too long.
Imagine how much it costs to repair it. Is that fair to say?
Yes, sir.
All right, so
This guy has been a Clifford Milken.
I haven't seen this guy since he made those planes collide in Albuquerque.
That wasn't him.
Are you sure?
Let me just ask
Played by Q.
you about Ms. Miguel's claim. You were assigned to re-inspect her home. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you testified earlier that you went about that diligently. You could see that there was very extensive damage. That was your initial impression. Is that fair to say?
Yes, sir.
And you reviewed all of the reports. There was an engineer's report by this time. There was the public adjuster's report. You reviewed all of those things diligently. Is that fair to say?
Yes, sir.
When you submitted your report to Allstate recommending several $100,000 worth of payments to Ms. Miguel and her husband, what happened then?
My estimate was rejected, and I was advised to alter it to a lower figure.
So you were told to alter the estimate and to alter your findings as well?
Here's because I'm going to get to because now they talk to the CEO of Allstate here, or not the CEO, but one of the dudes, the insurance executive. Anyway, the guy then gets told by Allstate because remember, the way this works is Allstate doesn't send their own people. They have another assessor companies that they send out different areas that come. The guy said, I'm not going to do that. He goes, this is what it is. He goes, it is what it is. The guy goes, like, I'm not going to, like, I can. He goes, and so what they told him was, we're not going to assign you any more cases.
Of course. Yeah, they got to get the guy that's going to save them money.
Yeah.
We've just seen the record, and the taxpayer would have. You make a year. Your CEO makes 26.
This is the EVP, okay?
So work with him, resolve his case. Thank you for that, Mr. Keating.
Okay.
$1 million a year. Rip off the public, rip off the federal government too, by the way, which you did multiple times in past years when you moved over funding and claims to the federal government, so FEMA would have to pay more.
Yeah, they also did that. We paid them.
Would have
we
to pay
paid for help to pay for Miss Migel's house.
Unbelievable. And you would have to pay less. And I have to tell you, it's worked great for you. I mean, your profits are unbelievable. What do you make?
I'd be happy to discuss that after.
You can tell us.
This guy does look like an evil, like, you know when they have an evil, like, executive?
Yeah. He looks like Malcolm McDowell, but when he started doing shitty movies.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you make a year? Your
He
CEO
looks like
makes
the villain
26
in the original Good Burger.
Of course.
To Mr. Vertel and promised to work with him, resolve his case. Thank you for that, Mr. Keating. I didn't hear anything.
Okay, so here's where it starts, because that was a little quick. Yeah.
Now that you don't have any regrets about Ms. Miguel's case. Mr. Keating apologized to Mr. Vertel and promised to work with him, resolve his case. Thank you for that, Mr. Keating. I didn't hear anything to that extent from you, Mr. Fiato. So you think Allstate handled it just fine?
No, I stated in my statement that I regret that Ms. Miguel is unhappy with the.
Yeah, well, that's like saying, I'm sorry you're unhappy, right? That's, I apologize, but I don't apologize. Would you like to apologize to her now? Maybe I just misunderstood her.
I would like to say, is Ms. Miguel here?
You go ahead. I'm sure she's watching.
Hi, Ms. Miguel. I'd like to say, I want to make sure that we get your claim resolved to your satisfaction.
Yeah, in this one case where it's in front of everybody on TV, I want to fix this. I can't
resolve to your satisfaction.
And if there's additional information or things that we can do to continue to work with you, we'll do that.
So
good. That one. So I would just go, all right, cool. So that one situation's fixed, right? Now, what about all the people we can't just haul into Congress to look you in the eye?
Right. So you're only going to do this if we could bring you in here and call you out?
I noticed that you said in your written testimony, you just repeated it here.
That's like saying, hey, listen, Royce, you were in charge of all these adjustments and you fucked over all these people out of their homes. Outside, I have former UFC champion Chuck Liddell, and you actually fucked him over on his claim. And he's outside. He'd like to talk to you.
Whatever you want.
And you're like, hey, whoa.
I'll pay him out of my
with
pocket.
him.
I'll pay him out of my pocket.
That house is going to be fucking immaculate. And you're like, okay, but what about everybody that can't punch you one time and crush your entire face? Are they also going to get their claims adjusted?
That's right.
And we deal with this in Florida a lot because of hurricanes. So, like, they won't even, like, go find roof insurance. Good luck.
You know,
How great would it be? Turns out he just like Chuck Liddell lives in a double wide. He's like a simple guy. He's like, I don't need much, man. I just got my dog.
good.
And you're like, oh, yeah, here's $24,000. He could. That's fair.
Bye. Thanks, man.
That's fair,
Easy.
man. All right, that was weird. He can afford more than a double wide. What is he doing? He doesn't want it.
He doesn't want it.
Our motto, our customer's worst day needs to be our best. I have to tell you, Mr. Fiato, based on the testimony I've heard today, based on the witness statements I've taken for witnesses, it sounds like to me that it really ought to be amended to say that our customer's worst day is your big profit opportunity.
Well, that's not good for a fucking commercial.
Yeah, when you put it like that, Josh,
Yeah,
I don't think we're going to sell more policies that way.
I mean, we've
It's kind of wordy. I don't know how we're gonna make it. Jingle.
You're in profitable hands with Allstate. Is that good?
It's not like the car insurance commercials where it's like, Allstate, fuck you, you legally have to have us.
Yeah, seriously.
And if you don't, I mean, fine, but it's Geico or Progressive, pick one.
And we're all the same, basically.
One of us is getting you. Jesus, this is bullying. I love when car insurance companies like advertise. You're like, you don't have to advertise. People are forced to get
we
it.
have to have it, dude.
Here, sworn testimony from multiple adjusters that your company ordered them to delete or alter damage estimates to reduce payouts and to make you
That feels illegal.
profits. It sounds to me like you're running a system of institutionalized fraud.
Yeah, that would be incorrect, Senator. That's not what we do.
So you have never ordered, Allstate has never asked an adjuster to change an assessment on their report.
When we review an adjuster's estimate, most often for authority requests, so most adjusters have an amount of financial authority that they can settle claims up to without having to.
No, wait a minute. That's not what they testified to. That's not what they just testified to. You just heard sworn testimony from multiple adjusters, and they said it happened. One adjuster had only ever worked for you over years in the industry, and he said he was repeatedly directed by you, by your company, Allstate, to change factual findings, to delete material in his reports, to alter his reports, to make them factually incorrect, all with the purpose of driving down the award and padding your profits.
I disagree with his statement.
Well, you know, I have to notice that, I mean, your profits have never been better. I mean, they're really quite extraordinary. Fiscal year 24, Allstate had $64 billion in revenue. That's 12% above the previous year. You made $4.6 billion in profits. And your CEO, Tom Wilson, last year was paid $26 million. Now, Ms. Miguel can't get her claim paid out, but Tom Wilson, whoever the heck he is, gets $26 million.
Hey, why isn't Tom Wilson here? That's the guy I want to talk to.
For real.
I mean, that's really extraordinary. Do you not have the money to pay people like Ms. Miguel? Why is she not a priority, but Tom Wilson's salary is?
Because, you stupid idiot, we're a fucking publicly traded company.
Are you
We paid Ms. Miguel's claim.
No, you.
Oh!
He did, though. But he did, though. They did pay her
That made me
claim, though.
mad. If you've averaged out car, it doesn't have to be even house, car, house, medical, any kind of insurance, you will get no quarter from me. I don't give a fuck. They are the most evil.
I think Luigi Mangione was all right.
Yeah, I agree, dude. If you've ever had, they fuck you and fuck you and fuck you, and their whole process is to deny you, make you fight, keep denying. Eventually, they might accept it, but they're just gonna hope you give up and go like, yeah, fine, $45,000, just fucking leave me alone.
How funny was it, though, when Luigi Mangione shot a guy, right? Remember when it first broke? Nobody knew the guy was the CEO or anything. They just were like, yo, this guy got shot in New York City. And everybody was like, yo, that's fucked up.
That's messed up.
And then everybody was like, he's the CEO. And then everybody went, hold up. CEO of what? When it came out, it was United Healthcare. Everyone acts like, oh, you just like Luigi because he was handsome or he was this and that. The moment knew it was a healthcare CEO, everyone kind of, like the left, the right, we all just kind of went, you know, like we weren't necessarily saying what a great guy, but everybody kind of went, are we going to have a 3-day state funeral for this guy? Probably not, right? Like, should you do it? No. But are we all going to really be, you know?
Somebody says Zach Frisbee did the quote, he adjusted the quote from that Civil War movie. I'm a CEO. What kind?
What kind? Yeah. What kind of CEO?
You have given her a paltry sum, your own adjusters. You said in your testimony just a second ago, you sent out an adjuster. In fact, you sent out 3. And 2 of those adjusters testified just now under oath that your company ordered them to alter their reports against their will, contrary to their advice and in fact to render them factually inaccurate. That's extraordinary.
I disagree with their statement.
You disagree that's what they said?
So let me get this straight. A bunch of these fucking adjusters, who, by the way, they all compete with each other.
Of course.
They all came in, and they all cooked up this scam to just fuck over Allstate.
Disagree that that's our process.
So they're lying. That's
Yeah,
what
you brought 27 liars in here and all lie and tell the exact same story.
Not me. I'm truthful.
I can tell you that, for example, Mr. Schroeder wrote 15 estimates for us. None of those were reviewed by Allstate.
Listen to
We have an independent company that we work with that independently reviews these studies, and then we yell at them so that we're 1 degree removed.
So it's never actually me.
Another piece of testimony from another witness. This is a whistleblower report that has come into us. This person says, I've dedicated my entire adult life.
This is from a whistleblower report. It reads,
Oh, it's a literal
it's-
whistleblower.
God damn it, that's not helpful.
to the claims adjusting world in numerous roles. I worked for Pilot and Allstate for 12 years as an independent adjuster. I work claims all over the country regularly throughout the years, and I have watched the progression and controlling nature of claims worsen progressively. Allstate created an internal review team with the sole purpose of making sure claims were paid as low as possible.
Yep.
Allstate reviewers instructed adjusters to alter and delete factual findings in their estimates to drive down the cost of the claim. The alterations and deletions were often factually wrong. During Hurricane Isaac in 2012, an email was sent out that no adjuster could buy a roof, no matter the damage present. This looks like a pattern. This is someone.
No adjuster could buy a roof no matter what.
Yeah,
who's
what
not
if, like, for instance, right, like I pay insurance and I own a home, and a hurricane blows through, and then tomorrow I ain't got no roof. It's not covered.
No adjuster can. You know what, Mersh? It turns out we think you didn't have a roof before the hurricane.
That's not how this works.
We think you think you were trying to go for some Polynesian vibe, where it's like an open air townhouse.
No, we think you had a meth lab. You blew your own roof off. We don't cover that.
Even involved in this case in Hurricane Helene. We've heard from person after person. All this testimony is on the record. It sounds to me like your company is running a racket, and you're making more than you ever have.
Those are not our processes, Senator.
But
those are not our process. By the way, look, I'm not trying to make you feel bad for this Mike Fiato guy, but later on he asked him. He goes, I wasn't the VP at the time, and he goes, how long have you been in your job? He goes, a year and a half. So they gave this guy the VP role, and they were like,
go talk to Congress.
Good luck.
But multiple people have testified that they are. In fact, this really all goes back to a strategy that your company pioneered with the McKinsey company back in the 90s. Isn't that right? Let's just take a look here at what McKinsey advised Allstate as early as the 1990s. You went to McKinsey and asked them, how can we get rich? And McKinsey gave you this advice. Sit and wait. They said, delay, delay, delay. It's a zero-sum economic game. There can only be one winner.
And then there was depose. Hang on, help me out here. What was the...
Allstate, it's not going to be the policyholders. And then good hands or boxing gloves. McKinsey suggests Allstate make a low offer on a claim, like you did to Miss Miguel. And then if the policy owner has the temerity to protest, you go after him hard.
Yeah, you go as hard as you can. You say it's pre-existing. You see... They will keep sending out adjusters till they get the price that they... I've seen it happen. It's happened to everybody.
You think Luigi's watching this on a prison TV and going like, hell yeah.
Same thing. Falsifying reports, interfering with adjusters' reports, hiring firms to send in false estimates, all to pad your profits. And you're just sitting here saying it never happens. Don't believe it? It's an alternate reality, isn't it?
I don't believe so, no.
On what basis? What world do you live in?
On the basis that I lead this organization every day.
Right, which means you're responsible for it. Which is why I can't believe you wouldn't come in here and take responsibility for what your company is doing. I can't believe you wouldn't turn around and say to Ms. Miguel, we will make this right no matter what. And I can't believe you won't take responsibility for the fact that your company, as we've heard from sworn testimony, is continuing to engage in this behavior. And now is also engaging in retaliation. It's a pattern in practice if I've ever seen one, Ms. Fiato. It's unbelievable.
No, it's believable. They're an insurance
believable.
company. Because you want to know why? Because all your buddies are in there, Hallie, and now we're caring, but defending these people forever. We've been saying this for years. Again, I say this, and not to sound like a broken record, but the biggest mistake we ever fucking made in our lives was after 9/11 defending all these fucking corporations. Corporations are people and all that shit. Boy, we were stupid. But those days are over now. Fuck them. Dread Clown says, on a Carnival cruise, half the ship couldn't hear the alarm for the emergency drill. It's been a nature documentary. Fascinating. Oh, that's pretty funny. Are you really on a Carnival cruise? Mean Revolver. Megan is more accurate than any would-be Trump assassin. Oh, by the way, did you also see the Bongino and Patel also said about the assassin?
Oh, yeah.
The story's a story.
It is what it is. There's nothing more to it. It's not a big deal.
Bing, bang, boom.
Dude, it's crazy, those two. I don't know why you brought those two out together, too. It just made it even more awkward.
What'll be less awkward is not missing tomorrow's show. Not missing tomorrow's show by going to revengeofthesys.locals.com and patreon.com/we're not sorry. If you
Don't miss it.
Sign up for just $7.
Don't miss it.
Get our show. Get every single episode of our paywalled show and our regular show and the podcast without any ads of every single episode of our show and our movie riffs. All of Wednesday's show, half of Friday's show, $7 a month, guys. The link's right in the description. Please, please, please help us out. That's how we keep doing the show. We'll be right back with the second hour. Stay where you are.
Francine, there are no conspiracies. They're all fake junk.
But what about George Soros controlling the Federal Reserve from an underground bunker?
Francine, he's Jewish. That's what he should be doing. He's helping us. You're all worked up over nothing. Oh, look, almost time for someone's favorite program.
Morning mimosa?
Mwah. That's right. Just sit back and let gentle morning infotainment fill your head.
Up next, what our frisky newlywed hamsters can teach you about pleasing your lover in bed.
Second hour. ROTC Tuesday show. Do not miss tomorrow's show. Sign up right now on Patreon or Locals. Either one. Both of them work. Both will give you the same access to everything. All the fun stuff. Send us messages. I try to reply as often as I can when I get caught up with the messages, but I do try. Guys, right now, if you sign up for just $7 on revengeofthesys.locals.com or patreon.com,
we won't kill ourselves.
I can't make that guarantee, but what I can tell you is...
Can I revise it?
Sure.
We probably won't kill
You know what? Fair. I'll do that.
You'll stand by that, right?
Probably won't. I probably won't.
Just don't want to take it off the table.
But there's a reason that it's very important. Now, Marsh, I don't
It's
know.
kind of like saying I probably won't shoot you, right? But I'm still going to carry my gun. Like, I still want to have it. I probably won't use it today, but you know.
Another reason you sign up is, Marsh, in the near future, and I want to do a movie riff, and I want to recommend a movie that's coming out. It's a Lifetime original movie. We love our Lifetime original movies, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
We just talked about it the other day. Now I realize why she was doing these interviews.
I'm Alana Thompson, and here's a sneak peek of my new movie.
The account's not frozen. She's just got no money in there. That bitch spent all the Honey Boo Boo money, $10,000 an episode, just gone.
This girl's playing Honey Boo Boo in a
what?
Honey Boo Boo movie.
Come on, Pumpkin, I'm old enough and you can tell me now.
Let's go. We're confronting her ass.
Hell yeah, this whole movie's about how Mama June stole money from
It's
her.
so badly made, too.
It's Lifetime.
Also, like, she raised you in a house with two different pedophiles. I feel like stealing the money is sort of burying the lead, right?
Should I get dads?
Huh?
She had gay dads?
I mean, statistically.
Bro, so when we did the video about her a couple days ago, I brought this up that this movie's coming out, and it's not that it's a biopic about her. That's great. She narrates her own.
Yeah, I know,
movie.
Pessy. It's gonna be awesome.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
You know,
I hope they talk about the pedophile dad fucking the daughter. That would be great.
But you know what they should have done instead? They should have Mario Lopez playing the Colonel from the KFC movie.
I love it. Let's bring him back.
Mama, we need to talk about the money. Forget about
Mama, we need to talk about the money.
This is so
About the money.
retarded.
We about to be rolling in it.
What's going on?
I'll tell you what. We're getting a new show.
Honey Boo Boo's back?
Well, no, it's on the dark web. I'm gonna let my various boyfriends molest
God,
you.
No.
What?
No Honey Boo Boo. This
Honey
show-
Boo Boo's Red Room Experience.
Ew.
Oh boy.
It's all about your sweet loving mama.
No, the dark web is the dating history of one of the sisters, not the mom.
Oh.
It was like whiplash.
There she is.
Going from being so worried to hearing Mama say everything's gonna be just fine. She just always made like a remark of like, oh yeah, your name's in the title, your name's in the title, and now that we have a show with her name in the title, she makes that very known. It doesn't matter whose name's in the title, like, at the end of the day, like, we're still on TV, we're one big family.
Now that her name's in the title, she makes it very known, even though the new show is called Mama June Dates Pedophiles.
It's still her name. It's still a credit.
My name in lights.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Fucking great. I can't wait to watch that with you guys. That's
it's
gonna be so much
fun.
fun.
I'm looking forward to it. Randall Flagg gave $2. It says, have you guys been to the Mersh subreddit? It's overrun with Blue Anon, and they're convinced Royce is a trans woman, and Mersh was born in the USSR and is a Russian plant. Not kidding. All those things are true.
They're all true.
All those things are true.
We like to gaslight people into thinking that they're, crazy.
Mm-hmm. So please, yes, those things are true.
Last week, her boyfriend was arrested, and this morning, Orange County.
Okay, well, I think we found the
I know
problem.
why.
We found the problem immediately. Let's try it again.
Last week, her boyfriend was arrested, and this morning, Orange County school employee Jessica Rivera is joining him behind bars.
Deputies
And he was like, "Aren't you glad I didn't get arrested?"
arrested Rivera at the school where she works in Winter Garden in connection with the murder of a teenager. Watch News' Bob Hazen is live this morning at the Osceola County Jail. And Bob, this woman is accused of tampering with evidence.
Yeah, she is here in the jail right now, more than a month after that deadly shooting happened right outside of her home. Now, her name is Jessica Rivera. She is 48 years old, and she was arrested at Whispering Oak Elementary School in Winter Garden. That's where she worked as in food service. Investigators
Lunch lady.
say it is connected to that deadly shooting in April. Rivera's boyfriend, Orville Osorio Ortiz, is accused of shooting into a car and killing a 19-year-old Nico Herrera. A criminal complaint says that Herrera was in a car with a group of young men who were coming to Rivera's home because one of them had planned a fist fight with Rivera's son. That was in a gated RV resort off Boggy Creek Road.
Every word that was said in this paragraph is just garbage.
the trashiest
Everything
Florida story ever.
is garbage. Look, let me pivot here real quick. Your Nancy Mace said that she's going to bare her naked body on the Senate floor. Did you see that?
Nice.
That's what I said. But she did say that. Virgie, what's that about? The Nancy Mace thing?
Are we going to get to see Nancy Mace's tits on C-SPAN?
God, I hope.
Nancy Mace.
I'm on it.
News. Nancy Mace shares nude photo of herself during the House hearing. Where? I mean, that's cool. Let me see if I can find... she's been wanting to show those yabos for a while.
She has been.
So now
She
she
has
gets to
been.
do it. And I
can't
get
see
it. I'm trying to find it. Come on, man. Where is it?
I'm not finding anything. Somebody find her tits.
Oh, it was censored.
Who think
Of
they
course
can
it was.
prey on women and get away with it.
I got it.
Today, I'm going scorched earth. So let
Which
an
is
underage
which by the way, that's what she calls an aggressive Brazilian wax.
our way forward. You really think you know someone until you don't. In November 2023,
Mm-hmm.
I accidentally uncovered some of the most heinous crimes against women imaginable.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about rape,
Mm-hmm.
non-consensual photos, non-consensual videos of women and underage girls, and the premeditated.
What does this have to do with your boobs?
Yeah, where it is at? Where I say boobs?
You can't be doing this shit. You can't be saying shit like that and not showing your boobs, lady. That's kind of fucked up.
You can be a chick that doesn't put out, but you can't promise you're going to put out and then not put out.
Republican Representative Nancy Mace of South Carolina to display what was a still of her nude in a video that her former fiance took without her consent. The context: 3 other men of sexual abuse. But so maybe it was censored, Virgie.
Yeah, it was censored. There's no point in even pulling it
What
up.
are we doing? And by the way, there's already pretty good photos of her online if you want it. I mean, even the thumbnail for today's show. You know, that's her. She got some big old titties.
Too fake for me, though.
She got some big old titties. I mean, they are fake. Obviously, they're fake boobs. Right. Mersh prefers real boobs. That's not a problem. I got some for him. He wanted them.
Not
He's
like
got 'em.
this.
Yeah, well, Mersh, sorry, monkey paw. Here you go. Mersh wanted real boobs.
Here's everything we ate in a day as 5 plus-size best friends at Epcot's Flower and Garden Festival.
Oh
We
no,
started
this
off
is
our
going to be a 3-hour video.
day at Joffrey's, where Ashley and I shared a chocolate frosted donut. Hannah and Sarah also got donuts, but they forgot to record them. After
They were too busy eating them. Okay, so you
They
guys
almost
got...
ate the phone.
Hold on. I got to go back. First off, let me be clear. Joffrey's donuts are fire. I've had them and they're great.
Here's everything we ate in a day as 5 plus-size best friends at Epcot's Flower and Garden Festival. We started off our day at Joffrey's, where Ashley and I shared a chocolate frosted donut. Hannah and Sarah also got donuts, but they forgot to record them.
$6 donut, huh?
After riding Ratatouille, we went to the France booth and tried the croissant with goat cheese, herbs, and roasted garlic.
A lot of carbs already to start off the day, ladies.
You got carbs or energy.
This has been a plus-size park
Gotta have that
hopper's
energy.
favorite year after year. After riding Guardians of the Galaxy, we stopped at the Florida Fresh booth.
Guys, that strawberry shortcake is just more carbs. Guys, I have a feeling you're maybe having too many carbs.
Where Sarah got the Florida strawberry
energy.
shortcake. Michael let me try a bite of the conch fritters with key lime
Also carbs.
aioli. I was honestly a little nervous to try
Do you think they're going to eat any protein? I'm really super curious.
Just a little bit in the
ended up
conch.
tasting pretty good.
They're conch.
A little bit.
It's mostly breading at the Disney one. It's not mostly. It's mostly bread.
Finishing off this booth, Ashley and I shared the Cubanito.
There you go. There's a little meat in there.
The tiniest amount of meat.
I know. The rest is bread, but still.
This was delicious, and we definitely get it again. From Farmer's Feast, Katie got the
We're going. We'll keep going.
Okay, hold on. Farmer's Feast. We got to keep eating.
grilled peaches and burrata.
There you go. Burrata. A little bit of protein.
You know what? By the way, if you brought out something that small to me,
I'd punch you.
because
You punch somebody?
because I'm not ordering 7 things.
Yeah.
So if I ask, like, yeah, can I get the Cuban sandwich looks good, and you bring a Cubanito, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Yeah, seriously.
Bring me a Cuban sandwich.
also got this, but apparently forgot to film it. A bunch of us also got the seared pork
A bunch of
tenderloin.
us.
There you go.
With corn risotto. This
Okay,
was
can I
spectacular.
be honest though? That one that was my favorite one looking so far.
That looks good.
Give me 14 of them right now. This was honestly at the top of our list for
Yeah,
this
I would-
festival.
I would
Over a beach grub, Sarah and Katie got the grilled street corn on the cob.
Because it's healthy. Because it's a vegetable.
Also, can we stop with the street corn shit? Corn sucks. Stop
This-
trying to dress
Not
up.
if you dip it in mayo and then cheese and.
Then it's not corn.
Plant-based dish was flavorful
Corn
and
fucking
delicious.
rules, dude. What do you like? You're a curmudgeon, dog.
I
You're
like
a
all
fucking
kinds of
curmudgeon.
things. I'm not a big corn guy.
What if it's popped?
Popcorn's great.
Okay.
And
Sarah-
I don't mind corn too if I can eat it like regular. I don't like corn on the cob usually unless it's like because every time somebody makes corn on the cob too, it's always some plain ass just corn on the cob that was steamed with some goddamn
Yeah,
butter
but
on
Mexican
it.
street corn is not like that. That's like that.
But it's still just corn. Put some pork in there, something, mix it up, make a dish
yeah,
out of
but
it.
their corn is their corn.
Yeah, it's $7 little dish of corn that they serve you at some hipster bar in Austin. Go fuck yourself. Throw something else in there for the price.
They are a little.
I like food-
Street
I'm
corn is
sorry.
a way of charging you a lot of money for corn.
Virgie Mersh likes food that doesn't look the same coming out. He wants to know that his body got some nutrition.
Is there anything weirder than taking a fucking shit the day after you have like a chicken corn chowder soup?
corn.
corn.
They get that Wawa soup that's got corn in it. That shit's coming out perfectly preserved.
You're like, I swear I chewed it. I could swear I was chewing
Yeah,
it.
it literally, the corn reforms and comes out whole like Christine. The corn fixes itself in your
like
stomach
T1000.
with magic.
Flavorful and delicious. Sarah also got the s'mores bar, which had fudge
Of course she did.
That looks like a used butt plug.
Honestly, that
brownie,
looks,
dark
that looks
chocolate,
kind of
toasted
good.
meringue, and smoked graham crackers. It was okay. I don't think she'd get it again. Over
But she ate all of it, though, right?
at
How
the
much?
yacht grub.
Bro, they eat a lot. Dude, this is, we're only halfway through this
This is-
video. They've eaten more food than I would have eaten in a day already.
This is definitely like, if we went on a trip, this would be like 2-3 days of food.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and then we
Dude,
got
this is
this.
hundreds
this
of
is
dollars.
Thursday.
If anything, I eat less when I go out and trips
Yeah.
and shit.
We all shared the trio of dips
Dude,
and
they
chips.
basically paid for one extra person's admission
Well, not
in
there,
food.
but not in weight.
We
No.
enjoyed all of the dips, but the caramelized onion was our favorite.
Right, because it was caramelized.
And
the
onion.
Bistro, Katie got the honey glazed cauliflower. This came with honey roasted carrot puree and wild
I
rice.
bet she thinks that's healthy too. It's with cauliflower.
It's not. It's all honey mustard sauce, and it's just everything.
She also got the liquid nitro honey mascarpone cheesecake.
The mascarpone cheese eating, that's good. Mascarpone.
Can you go back? I want to see that.
You want to see the
Mascarpone.
mascarpone? The mascarpone? There's a mascarpone cheesecake.
Mascarpone.
Carrot puree and wild rice pilaf. She also got the liquid nitro honey mascarpone cheesecake. Ashley and Katie both got the peanut butter and jelly soft serve from.
Bro, you guys eat way too much. This is a ridiculous amount of food.
Hey, that's a drink, Royce. That's a beverage.
She's thirsty for ice cream.
Ice cream's a beverage.
But you have to say it through your teeth. I said I was thirsty for ice cream.
I'm thirsty for peanut butter and jelly ice cream.
I agree. They're fucking disgusting.
That looks great.
Peanut butter and jelly
I'd eat
ice
the
cream
shit out of
though
that.
Sounds amazing.
So
Listen,
fire.
this is not an indictment. This
See,
is not an
Virgie, I
indictment on
like
the food.
things.
This is not an indictment on the food they're eating.
Yo, fucking, that sounds so good. Like, that sounds like something at first I kind of went, ugh. And then it sunk into my brain longer, and I'm like, I don't know.
It has vanilla, peanut butter, and jelly.
World Showcase.
Yeah,
This
fuck with
tasted
that.
exactly like peanut butter and jelly.
I would hope so. Or I would fucking take it back
No,
for the price.
also tasted like corn.
Just tastes like elote.
It did melt very quickly. In Canada, we all shared beef tenderloin tips with mushroom bordelaise sauce. The meat was tender, but the gravy was a little bit on the salty side.
So we only drank a little bit of it.
We also shared the seared scallops with French
Scallops.
Oh, sorry. Forget they're from Massachusetts.
green beans. This was good, but the vinaigrette was a little overpowering. And for the
I
price,
like how you. Can I just point out another thing about them that I'm just noticing now? Anything that's actually gourmet, they're disgusted by.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's actually real food.
Yeah, there was like a little salty for me. I mean, I'd rather eat like a pound of chicken tendies, but like, man, the minute you put some vinaigrette on it, it's too much.
What even is balsamic?
Yeah.
This was good, but the vinaigrette was a little overpowering. And for the price, the portion is a little lackluster considering you only get 2 scallops.
Scallop. I ate some mascarpone before my scallops.
Hold on. That's an appetizer. What did you want? A bucket of them with a spoon? You fucking cow?
Yeah. She wanted to put her hand. She wanted a big trough of fucking scallops like they feed the walruses at SeaWorld.
Jesus.
Lackluster considering you only get 2 scallops. Edie and I shared the Provence poutine.
Scallops.
This came with goat brie, lavender honey, hazelnut.
That poutine looks like garbage, to be honest with
Ew,
you.
poutine with goat brie and lavender honey.
Croquant and fresh lavender. These were so good. I am a sucker for anything lavender.
Any carbs? You like carbs? So you like carbs?
Deanna is a picky eater.
Lavender is an
Deanna's
air
a
freshener.
Purgy. Deanna's a picky eater. Okay.
Yeah. Anything she can picky up, she eats.
God damn it.
You're the same person. I don't know
I'm
what
a
to tell
sucker
you.
for anything lavender. Deanna is a picky eater, so she doesn't really like to try most of the festival food. She did, however, love the baguette from France. And
She likes
I
the
know a lot
stick
of
of
baguettes.
bread.
I know a lot of baguettes from France.
her usual staple, the fish and
She's a
chips.
picky eater, but she loved the stick of
The
bread.
stick of bread was fine for her. She's not picky
bread.
there. Yummy, carbs.
The Cape Pavilion. We made it
Oh, by the way, the fish and chips are fucking fire there.
across the pond to America, where Ashley and Deanna tried the pretzel nuggets for the first time.
How much food, how many calories have these fucking people consumed?
These are covered in garlic butter and barbecue rub and
Oh, good. Cool henna tattoo.
served with a beer cheese sauce for dipping. Auntie Annie
Sounds good, though.
Does sound very
Beer
good.
cheese sauce is fire.
The beer cheese sauce honestly sounds more fire to me than the pretzels.
Oh, look at this cookie, dude.
Apparently the pretzels are okay, but apparently that beer
End of
cheese
the
sauce
night,
is
we
fire.
Needed a little sweet treat.
Got it. You needed. Well, you need a little sweet treat. Something.
So we got this chocolate chip cookie from
Yeah,
the bakery. in
seriously
Norway.
though,
This
when
was so
there's
good
like
and hit
beer
the
cheese
spot.
involved, fucking pretzels.
Here's
I can't.
To get
with-
it into my fucking face.
I
dude.
can't with these fucking fatzos. They're so fat and they're so annoying. But people seem to like when we cover them for some reason. All right, where's that footage? There it is. There it is. There it is. There
Yeah,
it is.
I saw this weekend.
There it is. Wes Watson. Ex-con Wes Watson pulled over in a Rolls Royce with fake plates and no insurance.
Wes Watson, former inmate turned millionaire influencer, was pulled over in Miami driving a $600,000 Rolls Royce without a tag or insurance.
Is that legal?
I don't think
He tried to play the fame card, claiming he owned more than 15
Oh, yes, you're not famous. We make you funny. Doesn't mean you're famous.
cars. And
Also,
even called
just a heads up, it's pretty retarded if you're going to drive around in a Rolls Royce with no plates because you're already in a car that's going to divert people's
and
eyes.
grab
at you.
attention, yeah.
You're better off driving a Toyota Celica with no plates. You may blend right in certain Miami neighborhoods. They won't even see you.
the dealership.
Looks like our boy Wes Watson got pulled over driving with no plates and no brain.
Okay.
And no brain.
Look, we finally got a video without Bravo. Please, just don't.
I'm unavoidable.
Or mid-stop to dodge responsibility, but the cop weren't buying it.
Wes Watson's acting like somebody with a small penis.
Name-dropping and bragging about his car collection didn't get him anywhere. The whole thing was caught on body cam.
Where is he?
Good morning, sir. Can I get your license and registration proof of insurance?
Pulls a gun. It's Metro Night, so it's probably a Cuban cop.
Your tag's not on your vehicle, you know that?
Yeah, these guys always do that here. I buy cars cash all the time, and these dudes, the bag on sending the tag. I have a tag in the trunk that's a temporary, but it looks like it has like weird numbers on it. And it's fucking, I bought this car cash a little bit ago.
Okay, even when he's just like randomly talking to a cop, he's bragging. I
well,
bought
he
it
can't-
cash,
he can't help
okay?
himself.
I just bought this cash. It doesn't.
I have a fucking mansion, dude.
Buying a car cash doesn't mean you don't have to have a plate on it. Like, you know what I mean? What does that matter?
Rolls Royce Phantom, insurance. I buy all my shit cash, dude. I'm famous online. I don't fuck around, but.
I'm famous online. I don't fuck around.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be fucking around.
Pulled over so much.
Are you trying to gadoosh me, officer?
Yeah, he's trying to gadoosh him.
You gotta understand, it's these fucking trolls on the internet. He starts explaining that
Oh
to
my
them.
god, and the cop's like,
I don't know what that
yeah,
is.
bro, I don't really care.
California too.
I'm a Marlins fan. Like, I'm really into baseball. I'm not into whatever the shit you're into, dude.
Well, you guys, these car companies don't give people their plates right.
Or at all?
Okay, first off, that's a $600,000 car. They probably are giving plates up fine.
You
Okay?
get really. He acts like you're picking this up at like some shitty little shop where I got my Beamer. That
Yeah,
little
exactly.
shady ass
Yeah,
little
yeah.
fucking dealership. Like, even there, I stood there and went, "All right." So the plate, and they're like, "Yep, we got them right here."
We
And
went
they-
inside, they
right
had the
in front of
plates
you,
and
They
everything.
pop them on. It's the most exciting part of getting a car is when they bring it out. They put the plates on, and you're like, "Woo-hoo-hoo!" How do you forget that part? How do you leave in a fucking $500,000 car and then go, "Oh, wait, what?"
He's
That doesn't
famous
make any-
online. He has famous stuff bothering him, like that that new head tattoo he has.
I was in a rush. I had landscapers to go yell at.
And I buy my shit cash. The car's
All right, Wes, you fucking retard. You buying something cash doesn't matter.
Wes Watson showed the officer proof of insurance for a similar car with a different VIN number, hoping the officer
Literally,
wouldn't
all
notice.
this cop is hearing is, "I make more money than you, bro. I make more money than you, bro. Look how cool I am. I make more money than you, bro." Fucking
He
idiot.
gave him insurance for a different car with a different VIN number because he did not get insurance for this car yet.
Of course not.
And by the way, I don't want to hear the fucking excuse like, oh, you haven't sent the card out yet. Every insurance company that's on your phone now in the app, you just pull it up.
You go online, right? Even if you pay like monthly, you go on, you pay your policy, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Right there on the website.
You can print it out your card.
Literally clip and paste it right there.
Yeah.
By the way, and I don't use the app either. Like I'm not gonna have another battery draining app on my phone. So you just make sure that you pay every 6 months, and when they give you the little card, you literally can pull it up on your phone, and then all you got to do is fucking screenshot it, and then that's all. Isn't that what you do?
Yeah.
You just screenshot the policy card, and you get pulled over. You're like, hang on, there you go. It's right there. It's that simple, bud. This is some iced tea shit.
It's gonna make it worse. You're lying to the cop.
Stand by. They fucked it up. They fucked up a number. That's their fault.
Give me a second.
Buy my car's cash, big dog.
Big dog.
He has brought up that he buys his car cash how many times now?
It's not the.
15. I have 10 Rolls Royces.
Yeah, it has.
So Knobs, I got a good point. Imagine spending $600,000 on a depreciating asset.
Nothing to do with if you buy them in cash or not. It just has to do that you don't have no tag on it.
Okay, the insurance guy's an idiot. You buy your car's cash. The long guy's too loud.
Yeah, give me a second. No, give me a second.
You could fucking just beat someone up with a retard that comes up to the gym.
The officer ran the Rolls-Royce's VIN through a national database, but it didn't show the car had an owner. Wes Watson
Well, somebody has to fucking own it.
Then called the dealership he got the car from.
Watson.
Who pays Wes Watson money? Like, to do what?
What's your current address?
Me, bro. I'm famous online.
This is so uncomfortable.
Hey.
He's so dumb, he thinks that's cool.
Okay, but I'm going to ask you a real question. Honestly, seriously. Do you think bringing up that he paid for the car in cash would help?
No!
Okay, I didn't know. I was making sure.
Here, you know what helps, Royce? And I got experience with this? Having your fucking license, registration, and insurance handy. I have been in situations where I've had all three.
Mm-hmm.
I have been in situations where I was missing 2 out of the 3. If you want things to go as smoothly as possible, present those 3 things.
Okay, but what if I told you he was famous online?
Dude,
I would want to use. Now we would be at the point where I'm using non-lethal on
I know,
you.
you have to.
And we're about to upgrade to lethal.
Sir, we've been getting reports that you've been exposing yourself in the park to like women and children. I'm famous online. You see,
Dude, turns out I'm famous online. Oh man, I didn't know that. I would pull out my pepper ball gun and go click, 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 click into the car, and then walk away, and I'll watch him choke to death on the air.
Film that one. Post that on TikTok, shithead.
I have lots of cars. Everyone knows me around here. The cops.
Oh, your car's insured? Then you don't mind if I do this. Click, 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 click. Now the whole inside of your Rolls Royce is coated in that chemical pepper ball shit. That, by the way, it never goes away inside of a car. It never goes away. It's in your vents now. It's every time you turn on your AC, people in your car are going to go, why is my nose running? It's the old pepper ball.
I'm not worried.
I'm famous online, dude.
Yeah, these guys do this to me. I buy my car's cash. And
These guys do this to me.
He buys his car cash.
they do this shit to me all the time. It's like, it just gets old, man. I have 15 cars, so...
You live and work down here?
Yeah. But so then what they do is...
That's the other thing, dude.
they
You're in
sit there and
South
say,
Florida. Bragging you're famous online and rich. It's like everyone in South Florida is famous online and rich.
But plenty of people are rich, sir, dude. You're not the only rich guy,
That's
man.
like living in Miami and going, I'm sorry, officer, but I'm really good looking. It's like, okay, that's...
What does that mean?
Hello?
Yeah.
Look around. It's like...
It's not going to work here, dude.
Now, if you lived in like Branson, you could be like, I'm pretty famous online and I'm very good looking. And they're like, wow, we only have maybe 2 or 3 of you here. All right, we're going to let you go.
All we have is the Osmonds.
One of them's dead, I think.
That one, like, there's a
And
lot
he's still the second best looking guy here.
of problems with these car dealers in Florida, bro.
Gotcha.
I have like...
Oh, he's going to bring up how he's famous. Okay, you ready? I think so.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
The issue we're having right now is that this car is not even registered.
But it's gonna be registered to somebody.
And the thing is, sir, I'm just like have to tell you that I ran your information and it's coming back as gay. It's coming back as gay and fake. So I don't know what to tell my boss.
Yeah, it says here there's some guy named Greg Doucette who says you're a fucking idiot. And I looked up you online and there's a lot of people making fun of you, bro. Like, I looked you up and it's like a lot of people making fun of you.
I put you through the Doward and Broward County systems, and I'm looking into it, and I just keep getting links to a Johnny Bravo video.
Yeah. I think that guy's retarded, but I don't think he's wrong.
That should be Johnny Bravo's motto.
Yeah.
I might be retarded, but I'm not wrong. That's right.
All right, you gave me
It's a shame. He seems like the nicest
He
guy.
is probably nice guy, nice dude.
It doesn't come back registered. You gave me a card from
Shoots him. Just shoots him.
North Carolina, and then the vehicle originally came from Maryland.
He's like, Johnny Bravo's one of those guys that works out and hasn't had a carb in like 4 years. But like, you go, hey man, I'm going to shoot some heroin and eat this entire cheesecake. And he'd probably be like, that's fine, dude. I'm not going to do it. But if you enjoy heroin and cheesecake, dude, I'm not going to judge you. All right, man.
In Maryland, but it doesn't come back to an owner. So the vehicle comes
God,
off. like
heroin and
phantom.
cheesecake sound so good right
Isn't
now.
that a good combo, man? Thinking about that right now. Some fucking any opiate and a cheesecake right now. It just
I
sounds
just
like the
want
way
to
to
nod out with some cheesecake in my mouth and wake up as it slaps the back of my throat while my head's fucking, falling backwards.
You want to wake
Hell
up with
yeah.
half a cheesecake on your lap. Just like, oh,
Yeah, dude.
Oh man, that was awesome. You know
Half
what?
a cheesecake.
You know
Yeah.
what? One time I dozed out at a slot machine in fucking Tampa when I was really bad on perks. I had like 5 or 6 perks in me. And then I ordered a cranberry and vodka, and I wasn't even playing slots. I think I put like $5 in, and I hit it one time, and then I transformed through time. I just remember snapping out of it, and I was sitting, and all the ice in my drink had melted, and that's how I knew. Like, the only thing I knew about passage of time was I snapped out of it, and I went, whoa, and I picked up my drink, and there was no ice in it, and I went, how long have I been here? And I texted my buddy, and I'm like, you still here? And he goes, you left like an hour ago. And I was like, oh, I think I just had my first nod.
It's great, man. My favorite
Because you
is
don't go
when
to
you,
sleep.
Like,
Great.
Because you don't actually go to sleep, and there's no physical indication you're asleep. So it looked like I was sitting in a slot machine and probably just ignoring waitresses when they come by and go, you want a drink? And I had a drink in front of me, so they probably weren't. So I was literally upright, and I was like, ugh. Yeah, it is pretty awesome. The only thing that was missing that night, cheesecake.
Well, at least it stopped you from gambling for a little bit.
Yeah. No, that was back when I didn't really gamble. We were only there because it was the only place that had drinks after like 5 in the morning.
Oh, that's the dealership.
So can I guess? Can I guess what happened? He did pay for this car.
Oh yeah.
Dealership probably said, "Look, man, just give us like 2 hours. We gotta wait to get all this dealership paperwork."
Yeah.
Anyway, no, dude, fuck that, dude. I'm just gonna
Just
let
mail
me
it
know
to
when
me.
you got it. I'm gonna take it to the fucking house, dude. I guarantee that. And they probably went, "It's a fucking $300,000. Just give
$600,000.
fucking whatever. Just give him the fucking car, dude. If he gets pulled over, it's on him."
They keep doing that to me in Florida, bro. They keep doing this shit to me.
All you had to do was put that on, and you would have been fine.
So he had it.
And I know that said it was like 30 days. So I don't know if that one was good, but if you're gonna let me just get it back to my work,
Why are you gonna wear a shirt if you're gonna have it open?
so I won't drive.
Give me a second.
But hey, fuck you, I'm the guy.
Yeah, I got you. Give me a second.
I wish this guy cop was talking to himself. What a fucking asshole! Like that's what I would be doing. I would be like,
They're on camera and they know it now. They used to do shit like that.
this cop's in shorts. You're in a Rolls Royce. He's not gonna. And you're an asshole. He's not gonna give you a break. Okay, you understand that?
What's up, Watson? Those dudes are assholes, man. It
All right. Are you famous online though? You haven't brought it up.
sucks, bro. I do the right thing. I buy the shit cash and they burn me like this.
So it is a
He
restaurant.
bought it cash.
I heard him.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'm not taking you. I'm doing a promise to appear, get it all squared away, show that you took care of it, and you're on your way.
And he's going to take this as the biggest slight ever. This is literally how it goes. This is the easiest way for it to go. You get caught driving. They could arrest you if they really want to be dicks. Right. And a lot of times with this registration insurance shit, they hand you a ticket. They'll look, man, just if you just pay the thing or you fix the thing and go show it, they're not even going to charge you anything.
I'm gonna give you paperwork. You're gonna get in the mail 2 to 3 months. A court hearing. Have it all squared away. Show your registration through Zoom. Okay. Show all your show your registration that you got it for Florida and all that stuff. Take care of it, and that's it.
2 times before, and
And someone brought up a good point. You get driven in a Rolls Royce. You drive a Bentley. That's
also,
how it goes.
Is he driving away from this?
Yes, he's still
So
getting.
why are you
he
arguing?
gets to go home to his mansion.
Why are you? But no, I think he's going to let him drive the car.
Yeah,
too.
I know. He lets him
So
drive
it's
home to
like,
his mansion.
Dude, take the dub. That's a dub. Like, wow, you'll
Well-
let me at least take this to a driveway, and then I'll. Okay, cool.
I'd like to tell you yes, but there's still 10 minutes left.
I know they want to move product, but if it's not ready to move it, don't move it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I told them.
You're trying to move
like I
it
told
too
them.
quick, bro.
The dealer paperwork doesn't come till after the car is bought, you dickhead.
They have to file with the DMV and everybody, and then get the final thing back, and then give that to you.
But Virgie, he's famous online.
I heard.
Put someone in a bad position because you're like, hey, I want to make a sale. Don't do that. Yeah.
You know who else was famous? John Wayne Gacy.
Hell yeah, he was.
Was famous.
The other thing, I can't have you driving the car.
And he also.
I can't wait
Oh,
until Wes
there it
is
is.
the was.
Can't have you driving the car.
And he also was a clown like him.
You know what wasn't famous? John Wayne Gacy's extremely small crawl space where they found the bodies. You know, the one that was too small for him to get inside of it.
Yeah.
I can't wait till he passes away and we can start calling him Wes Watson.
Yeah. We're Watson.
We're Watson.
The other thing, I can't have you driving the car. The car can't
I think it's Watson.
be driven. I got a record. I'm gonna let you with the option of we either take it to the tow yard or you could get with the record and whatever the fee is to get it over
First
to the
day
place
out,
that
and
we
you already
have.
got to get this thing towed. Oh no! You better hire. By the way, hey Wes, I know you're a cheapskate. Pay the extra money. Pay for the
Yeah.
flatbed. Pay for the goddamn flatbed. Is there any worse feeling than when you have a nice car and you
No,
call for a
flatbed.
tow and you get that old school fucking thing that's gonna drag your car?
Yep.
No, give me a flatbed, bro. When I got my DUI, I remember when they pulled me over because that was back when I had the Infinity that I liked, and I remember sitting there in cuffs, waiting, smoking a cigarette. He's like, "Yeah, the record's on its way." Blah blah blah. And the whole time, I'm like, "Please God, please be a flatbed. Please be a flat." And when it pulled up in front of the cop car, I just leaned out of the cop car. And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, cool." The cop's like, "Well," I'm like, "Flatbed." I was like, "I just prefer a flatbed." All right, cool.
Park. No, I'm not. Everything's recorded. Everything's recorded.
Oh, he's yelling at him now. Here we go. Let's go.
You're gonna leave the vehicle or you're gonna wait? You're gonna leave it?
Yeah.
All right, where are the
I
keys?
have 10 fucking cars. I don't need this shit. I'm giving them their car back.
All right, you got everything?
You guys are
No,
taking
that's
this
not how
car
this
back.
is going to work. That's not how any of this is going to work.
I'm not even taking it. Just give me my money back. You guys fucked me over so bad. I want 50 grand in my account right
Now he wants 50 grand back.
now for this fucking headache. Fuck you guys.
Get your license.
I have it.
You got it?
What a child.
Can I just say, like, okay, so he's not getting arrested. All right, whatever, right? Him just give me more body cam footage of him just being mildly inconvenienced to the point of annoyance. Oh, God. May the rest of his life be this.
There's still 5 minutes. How is this not over?
I hope he goes and gets a coffee at Starbucks and they write West on the cup.
It's gonna be each on these squares. It's a couple of pages.
Straight up, bro. Fuck you, bro. I want 50 grand in my account right now, dude, for what you guys just did to me. You guys put me in the worst position ever. Straight up, dog. You just put me in the worst position ever, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. You think this cop's gonna hear it? Now I'm walking away. He's telling me I'm gonna have to go with force if I don't sign anything. You just fucking ruined my fucking day.
Here,
50
wait
grand.
up.
I'm out, bro.
It's a couple.
No, fuck you, bro. You should have gave me the right shit, bro. Fuck you.
I love that he's doing this while having to put his fingerprint on this because it's an appearance.
50 grand in my account right now. Here you go. Right now, bro. Right now, bro. No, you can't. But the guy said, what the fuck? I'm gonna sit here longer, bro? One more.
I guarantee you that this wasn't a dealership. Any dealership that sells a $600,000 car, you tends to be very, very fucking careful.
They're
with this
detail
kind of
oriented because once you pull out, they don't want any liability. That shit is yours by law.
They probably said, like you said earlier, hey, you can't leave with it today. This car is where we have to wait to get some stuff. And he was like, no, fuck that, dude. I'll just take it. But since he's bought so many cars from them,
they're probably like, steal it.
Yep.
He sent the picture of the plate. It's an Ohio plate. Yeah, but the guy don't give a fuck about that. Do you care about an Ohio plate?
We're in
Look
Florida.
at talk to him.
We're in Florida.
Fuck you, bro.
It's a residential violation.
Fuck you, bitch. I'm out.
It's a residential.
I gotta go, bro.
All right, bro.
5 minutes later.
Uh-oh.
I was wondering why there was still time left on this.
Can't help
Oh.
Sir.
Sir, how are you?
Yes, sir.
Good. Sorry to bother you. I apologize. So he just didn't have the plate on the back, but the plate is there.
Sir, listen. You're not gonna run this down to me, all right? Just because okay. You did bad business with your client, all right? The vehicle is not registered. Simple as that. It's not registered. That temp tag did not come back to anything, okay? It's been expired since February, all right? And secondly, I ran the
Wait, maybe Wes did get fucked on.
Oh, I think these guys fucked Wes. I think they did.
They just threw the plate in the fucking car instead of putting it on the car.
No, they gave him a dealer tag plate that expired in February.
If you're a business person, be an honest person.
Wow. So wait, hold on. So this is one of those rare Wes is in the right.
No. Wes is in the right.
To be fair, also fuck Wes.
Yes. Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
but no, in this case, I think he's right.
This Haley's Comet of a fucking moment.
That's different. But
I mean, leave it to Wes Watson to find an extremely incompetent car
Dealership
dealership.
cars always been registered and insured before the dealership. Sounds like shady.
Sir, I don't need your.
Cops like, I don't care. The car has. If that plate doesn't come back to anything, and it's the only plate he's got, you're fucked.
Criminal justice database of
Yeah, somebody in the chat goes, couldn't have happened to a better person.
tag agencies and everything.
That's why people with real money go into a real dealership. Because a Rolls Royce or a Bentley dealership wouldn't have done this to anybody. Like Roy said, every attention to detail would have been taken care of before. If you went into a legit, like a Rolls Royce South Florida in Miami, they would have had every goddamn fucking I dotted, T would have been, it would have been ready to go. They would have had a girl giving you a hand job in the car while you were learning all the controls on your way out. They are very thorough.
Within 20 seconds to make your client feel good or whatever, that's different. But it, I don't need your paper and it's certified, notarized, whatever the case may be, then it's legitimate. But I'm not even taking any of your word for anything. Reserved at the moment that he bought your vehicle. That's it. All right, sir. Have a nice day. All right, sir. I'm not talking to that guy anymore. No, it's not on you, but it's on me also that I'm on body camera, bro. So I gotta do my part. If you understand me, if you don't, then that is what it is. I'm not trying to be anything different to you or anything. It's just it's the name of the game.
Meaning that if it wasn't on body cam, you probably let him go and give him a break? Probably.
Yeah.
Good? All right.
Cop goes like, hell yeah, new rolls. He takes a selfie and says to his girlfriend, just bought a new car. Now I'm just fucking around. I met Wes Watson. He's a prick. That's a text. I messed with Watson. He's a fucking prick, dude. Everyone, that John Bravo guy, 100% right about him. Fucking prick. Okay, Mersh, you sent this one. Would you care to explain?
title says. This is Brendan Schaub getting ejected from his big boys baseball game.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let me be clear. Brendan Schaub got ejected from a little league game. How little is this league? How young are these kids?
I mean, look at him. Look at the first baseman.
Can I ask one question? Sure. I thought this is America. I didn't know Bell. I thought this is America.
By the way, the coolest Stan Marsh moment in history was fucking him fighting people at baseball game, and then him training for it like it was all about him.
Okay, let's see.
Keep an eye on first base.
Okay. So the warning was for him, I'm assuming. Okay.
Who's that?
Is that Papa?
That's Papa just
That's
walking
Papa
out.
himself?
Papa coming out to talk to the umpire. There he's at it.
Uh-oh. Papa, I'm famous online.
Can I say something? Because we do shit on Brendan all the time. I give him one compliment. A big boy.
Oh, he's
you
huge.
You forget he was a fucking heavyweight. Like, he's a big boy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'll be honest, for as much shit as Brendan Schaub gets on the internet from all you people, you're lucky, honestly, that all he does is, like, bitch boy moves on the internet. Because the only reason a lot of us talk this much shit about Brendan Schaub is because of the fact that he's not out just randomly beating the shit out of YouTubers. Because I feel like if he beat up one or two of the YouTubers he tried to sue, I think a lot of the Brendan hate would have died down a lot quicker.
Well, I'm going to say this right now. Frozen Nation said he's not afraid of you.
No, could you imagine how Brendan Schaub just showed up to, like, Saiyan Z's house and it just beating the fucking piss out of him instead of suing him? How many people on the internet would have been like, so recently during the fighter and the kid, Brendan Schaub was being, I don't know, kind of cool.
Cool dude, man.
Pretty cool dude.
He is big.
That's what I'm saying, dude. We always forget it. He's always sitting on a podcast. You never really... Then again, it is a Little League game. So we make him
That's a
little
good
bit
point.
bigger.
So he does look humongous in for a Little League game. But no, he's definitely a big dude. Mersh, I have to ask you a question.
I have to see first. Probably no.
Mersh girls?
Not a lot of no's.
This is Mersh's ring camera.
That is
Medicine, motherfucker.
That's a room full of no's. Nope.
This is the new Call of Duty, literal Black Ops.
All the strippers Mersh fired, unionizing.
Oh, no.
I think people forget that there's tiers of hood.
Uh-huh. What tier is this?
That's third tier. That's top tier.
That's top tier?
Yeah, I never fucked around on that tier of hood. I fucked around mostly on tier 1 of the hood, and then I would dip my toes on tier 2. You could do some tier 2 shit.
What's tier 2? Like, I wonder what your tiers are, because there's 3. 3 makes sense. Like, completely gun-toting on a
No,
vine,
this is teardrop tattoo.
Tier 2 would be you go to a club. It's still all black people, but there's like fights. And some girls straight up just have titties out, even though it's not a strip club.
Okay. All right. That's
That would be
tier 2.
two.
And
Yeah.
tier 1 is
a lot
just-
of drugs, but a lot of drugs, a lot of fighting, not as much shooty killing for no reason.
Okay,
Not
so
as-
tier 1 have an attitude, but could put in a white voice on the phone.
Yeah. Like, I'll put it this way. Tier 2 is going to like a party at like Teaser Gentlemen's Club on Nebraska. Tier 3 is going to the apartment complex across from fucking Teasers after the club's let out to hang out there until 6 in the morning. That's tier 3. We don't do tier 3. Right. We stay with the tier 2 crowd. We go to Pink Pony till 6 in the morning. Got another way. Yeah, anybody that will let women wave a Draco around is not a safe place.
I kind of think that Mersh is jealous.
See, like,
The
tier
only
2
one-
cute shit is basically like, niggas got a Draco, but it's tucked away. You ain't going to see it. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be under the seat. It's going to be up in a ceiling tile somewhere. But they're not going to be doing Instagram videos going blah blah blah. Apartment 8B. We up you with a Draco. Like they're not usually that stupid.
Mersh needs like a tier 2 Mexican wife, like those cartel ones that pop off into the like sky and chain smoke.
Tier 2 hood rat is when the cops pull you over, find a Draco, and you go, "Oh nah, man, this shit a rental."
So tier 1, So tier 1 is Nicki Minaj. Tier 3 is Sexy Red.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Tier 2 is Megan the Stallion.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so there we go.
Cardi B and Megan the Stallion.
All right, there.
are
I get it.
tier 2.
I got you.
I'll hang around that. But again, when people go, yeah, all right, we're going to the insert word here homes after the club let out. We're gonna hang out over there. That's when you're like, I'm gonna head home. This has been a fun evening. Hope my car's still out there.
So last night you got into it with.
Oh, this was crazy.
Antonio Brown. The videos are flying all over the place, and his story, his perspective of what transpired is out.
His story is a half truth. His story is a non-truth. He's a liar, man. I've been knowing AB since 2021. I have a judgment against AB for 180. And why would I want to even damage that by trying to reach for a moissanite and fork metal chain? He's a liar. If you watch the video, everybody was attacking me. It was a 3v1. 3 dudes. The dude with the green hoodie was with AB. The other little Puerto Rican looking dude that was swinging the bat was with AB.
Who is this guy? He rules.
Security. The guy that he kicked was aiding security. All he was doing was pulling him away. So, you know, I saw him. I was in there for like a minute. I came to go support one of the Muslim boxers, and
Who is this guy?
Was with Aki.
Yeah, I'm gonna look him up.
Rob Money. We took a picture outside. I walked in, and then I saw him 1 minute in, and it was up. You know, he stole it. He swung. He tried to swing on me, scratch my neck. You know what I'm saying? And then it just turned into a brawl from there.
I wonder what exactly started it. Did you give him a look? Was there like any indication
listen, I spent 40 days in the Dubai jail.
For what? What did you do in Dubai that you went to jail?
Because we were out there for a Floyd Mayweather fight.
No. They don't put you in jail for 40 days for being out at a fight. What did you do?
He tried to defraud me out of a multi-pendant design that I was trying to go talk to. Well, I was going to talk to Floyd about being an ambassador for. I saved.
Oh, this guy's one of those guys always trying out new brands, and probably Antonio Brown probably got locked on onto something he was doing, and now he thinks he owes him.
Him from going to jail in Dubai.
Okay, so if this is who I think it is, Zul, I'm not kidding you, his name's Zul.
Karnian
Nantambu. So he's a multifaceted individual from New Orleans who's known as a hip-hop artist, filmmaker, fashion designer, and financial free. He's a black guy with money.
Is he
he's a black guy who makes T-shirts?
Yeah, that's cool.
He gained significant attention during Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show where he protested by waving Gaza and Sudan flags around the pitch before being removed by security.
Yeah, he sounds annoying.
With no
I get why Antonio Brown shot him. I'm listening to him talk. I mean, I'm kind of understanding it.
Shirt on, talking to the TSA, the equivalent of TSA customs people, cursing them out. I stepped in because I'm Muslim, greeted him with salam alaikum, let him know, look, he's in the company of Floyd Mayweather. He's a little crazy. I used the word majnoon, and after 40 minutes, they let him go. Long story short, you know what I mean? He gave me something to hold, but then he backdoored and called the police on me and then got me locked up.
So he's saying he gave him drugs to hold or something, called the police, and then got him locked up in Dubai.
Probably. I mean, like, Antonio Brown's always sucked. I haven't really fallen for this new right wing, like he's being cool and based thing, because he's always been a scumbag. And he cost us a second Super Bowl. So fuck you, AB.
King of all pixels, heroin and cheesecake is what I call the show when Virgie is on Nightwave. Sly Lego, why is Wes paying $600K to a shady car salesman? That's like paying retail prices for bootleg version of Boondocks on a box set. Guys, thank you so much for listening. And if you enjoyed the show, revengeofthesist.locals.com. I was wondering, I never got to it. I wanted to get to it tomorrow on the behind the paywall. I wanted to play that Outdoor Boys video, and I wanted to analyze it with you.
Yeah, because I got a take on that. I was
I.
talking about that last week.
I talked about it a little bit on Dayway, but I want to maybe both of us talk about it because a lot of stuff has come up, and comments are now deleted. Comments are off on the video. It got really fucking weird.
Yeah, we were right.
Yeah,
right.
I think we were right about our take.
We're right. I think Mersh's theory is exactly the same one we have.
The wife, right?
Well, no, I didn't even think of the wife. I didn't have a theory. I just know that this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Like I just don't believe his excuse. I didn't necessarily have a theory other than he goes, I'm just trying to do it. You're tired of just setting up a camera and doing what you do as a hobby anyway. That doesn't make any sense to me. If he had been out making like beating people up in the street like IRL content, I'd be like, yeah, there's a time to retire. But like this is almost like that Maori wood carving guy just going, you know what, mate? I'm still gonna carve wood. I'm just not going to set up the camera every day. And you're like, why? It's like one extra step. It makes no sense.
Well,
so, yeah, I want to get to that.
I'll definitely. We'll get to it tomorrow. I'll play the video. Merch, you're going to be doing some Nightwave tonight.
Nightwave Radio, 10 o'clock tonight on
Nightwave.
Rumble.
Pessy's next. Right, Pessy, you're next?
Yep.
So do that. Virgie is streaming tonight? Yeah. Okay, Daywave tomorrow. Bye.